Hey everyone, it's Tasha here from Namastasha. I wanted to talk to you guys about my first session for the soul retrieval today. Um, Basically, for those who don't know what a soul retrieval is, it's actually shamanic journeying. So it's a process where you get parts of your soul back. So there's different times in our lives that can be traumatic, and everyone experiences this to some degree. Where our soul pieces fragment off and sometimes they don't come back on their own. So it can leave a person feeling really sad or, severely depressed. Even it can be making you feel empty, lost, not focused in life, that type of stuff. Because basically, whenever parts of ourselves do come out or go away, it's always filled by something else. So just like how when I move my hand here from there, it's like there's something left in this place. So it's air particles or whatever else, right? So when that happens in your body and your soul, it either has to be put more of your life force put in, so you're stretched thin, or some other negative entity can come in its place. So I'm going to try to cover as much as I can about what actually happened in my experience. I'm first just going to tell you like basically the setup of it. So I was on like an L-shaped couch where my healer was laying one way, so her head was there, and then my head was the other, right beside her, but my body was at the other way on the other part of the couch. So basically I just lay there and relaxed, and we had drumming music and stuff, and she had smudged the room. And yeah, I was just kind of relaxing and just trying to see what I can experience from it. And she was the one who was doing the journeying to first retrieve soul pieces, and then second to retrieve a soul animal or power animal, spirit animal, whatever you want to call it. So I did feel and notice that I had, there was like, and I know I have like a wolf spirit animal, that's one of them anyways, and I felt like he was in the room and then kind of like walked up next to me, but that wasn't even during the part where she was retrieving a soul animal, so that wasn't really like, I think he was just kind of there to be like, hey, what's up, not a part of this process in, what it's the bigger picture of it, if that makes sense. So, and then I was just lying there watching, looking up at the roof, and I was kind of noticing I was seeing like purple, and the roof is white, so purple is often associated with kind of the crown chakra and spiritual energy. So I was seeing that, and then kind of near the end, when she was coming to the end of her journey, and she's not talking or anything at this point, I just kind of noticed when I was looking up at the roof, just like in my whole vision frame, I was feeling like almost like stuff was expanding more, and I was hearing almost like a woo kind of sound. So I think it's definitely not of this world, like from a spirit realm. And I mean, the only way I can think of describe it is almost like Boo from the Mario games, if that makes sense. So, but it was kind of like a, I don't know, like spirit sound. I don't know. Anyways, so, and after she did that, she did the journeying to retrieve a spirit animal. So then we talked after, and she kind of told me stuff. So she told me about the different times in my life that she got soul fragments back from, but she didn't tell me what the trauma was associated with it, because our brains are sticky. So and I'm quoting her there, so if she was to tell me it, like what that trauma was and the reason that it went away, then it's very likely that I could like go in and relive it and then fragment again, so there would be like no purpose to what we were doing. So yeah, so the first soul piece that she got back was when I was from like a baby or a toddler, and she told me the positive thing about it. So it was meant to bring me playfulness back, and I have noticed today that I felt like way more playful, and I mean, I've just noticed that in general over the past few months, but definitely today I was like joking around and like, I'm smiling more and like just, feeling a little bit more silly and stuff, and that's good, I like that part of myself, so it's good to have some more of it back. And then the other part, soul piece, was when I was around 14 years old, and it was to bring me hopes and dreams back. So yeah, we'll see kind of like how that goes. And I mean, hope has been like a really important thing to me this past year and a half, going through everything I have with illness and whether mentally, spiritually, physically, so that's a great thing to have back for sure. And the third soul piece was from when I was around 18, and it was to bring me power and strength back. So that's awesome because, more power, need more of that, And and she did say that, I mean, I'm a twin, so she did say that I have given a lot of my soul to my sister, and honestly, that makes a lot of sense to me the more I think about it, because we can also lose soul pieces when, like, say, someone's, like, yelling at you, and you're just, like, sink into yourself, and then you kind of, like, disassociate, and that's part of your soul, losing itself there. So, me and my sister have had a lot of arguments in the past, and, we're doing a lot better now in terms of being argumentative with each other. We get along a lot better, but, that's awesome that I can get some of my soul pieces back, whatever she took from me, whatever I gave to her, whatever, So, yeah. And then the power animals. So, I got my spirit animal right now is an ostrich. Pretty cool, right? So, you're thinking ostrich, like, don't they put their heads in the sand? I've had 2 people say that to me today when I told them. So yeah, they do, but that wasn't, I think they're meant as guides, they're meant as something positive, and they're meant to help you. So, for me, or the description that I got out of the ostrich from my healer was that they are supposed to help with digestion, and they're supposed to help you stand up for yourself in different situations with people. So, so that, I mean, I could definitely use more of that, and I feel like, I think my digestion's improved a lot over the past year and a half because I was having digestive issues, like IBS type stuff. So, more healing in that respect, I think definitely will help my physical health overall. And yeah, so that was the first session. We have 4 more to go. And the homework. So for the homework, I have to get a new plant for my room to have beside my bed to help with healing. So I got this bonsai tree here. His name's Carl. So I'm gonna have this little guy beside me, watching over me, helping me through this process. And I've actually wanted a bonsai tree for a while, so it was an excellent excuse to go and get him, and it's kind of springtime around here, so good time to bring in some new things, and good time for cleansing too, so this is a really great time for the soul retrieval. And then second piece of homework is that I have to talk to trees for 3 to 5 minutes every day, so pretty cool stuff, you guys. It's just like doing that, it's kind of hard to, like, you don't know if you're just being crazy talking to this thing, but when I went for lunch after, I sat by myself, and, I'm cool with that. And there was a tree, actually, in the restaurant, and this is right beside the place that I went to, which is also my work, so the session I have my soul retrieval at, right beside it, there's a place called Star Grill. So, yeah, so there was a tree, like, a little bit far away from me, but I was just like, what's up, guy? Like, how's it going? And I kind of picked up that his name was John, and just had a little conversation with him, and I was like, hey, how's it going? How are you liking it here? And he was like, I do like it, but it gets a little loud sometimes. And I'm like, fair enough, it's a restaurant, And then I kind of picked up that he's like, I just want to be outside with the other trees, and like right across from this place is a park, so there's big trees growing and like, you know, in the fresh air all the time rather than being in a restaurant, in a shop type thing. So yeah, so I had that little conversation for a little, and I'm gonna continue to do that, I guess, for the next week. So no doubt it's a little bit strange for people that aren't, you know, used to that type of stuff, but honestly, I talk to my plants in my room all the time. I have like 7 plants. They all have names, and you can think I'm weird or not, but they're alive, so who cares, right? It's just for fun, and to connect, and, you know, to see life in a little bit of a different way. So anyways, so that's my whole soul retrieval process for the one session. And now the next few sessions, I know next week we'll be doing, she's going to be guiding me in a meditation and teaching me how to do shamanic journeying on my own so I can retrieve pieces for myself. So I'll retrieve a few more pieces there. This one today was more emotional and mental based, so dealing in that realm of retrieval. So next week's in meditation. The week after that, I'm not exactly sure what we're doing, but I know at some point we're doing, and I think it's like maybe the 4th session, maybe the 5th, that we're doing physical soul retrieval. So the example she gave me was actually, she was like that, she even thought it was weird when she said it, but was if you're throwing up a lot or something like that, that you can lose a part of like a soul piece from your stomach or something. And I thought it was interesting that she said that, and she was weirded out, but when I used to party a lot and like drink a lot and stuff, I always would like puke the next day. So, you know, who knows, maybe I did lose a piece of my stomach, and the soul aspect of things and the spiritual aspect of things through that. So, you know, bringing it back will probably bring about more healing, and I don't know, I'm just feeling like really positive today, you guys, after all of this. Still processing everything a bit too, so we'll kind of see what happens over the next few days. Physically, I mean, I'm just kind of tired. After the soul retrieval, I had our plyometric exercise class for kinesiology, and then I taught yoga tonight, so, you know, it's been a lot. Yeah, but other than that, like, all my symptoms are, like, super calm, like, chilling, not doing much, so I'm super happy for that. Anyways, until next time, I will keep you guys updated. Have a great night, and namaste.